Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this game's worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is Halo 4. 343 has taken the helm at a whole new story for Master Chief. Did they deliver on the Halo experience? Halo 4 is available on PC and Xbox, where it is part of that Master Chief collection, which is of course available on Xbox Game Pass. And playing through the campaign will take you about 7 to 9 hours depending on your difficulty. So what exactly is Halo 4? Well, it's 343 Studios' first Halo game, and the first one made after Bungie bailed on the franchise. It's an FPS game that's very similar in look and feel and tone to Bungie's exploits, and that isn't necessarily a bad thing. And it's worth mentioning this is a single player review, but I will say this game's multiplayer is still pretty great, and at least on PC, it's still active and worth checking out. The story is a start of a new series of adventures for Master Chief, who is woken up by Cortana from cryosleep as they're being sucked into a gravity well, and there's a whole new faction to kill, the Prometheans. On top of that, Cortana is corrupting with her 7-year lifespan running out, so Chief's gotta save her as well. The story is decent enough, separating itself from the previous trilogy by having a closer focus on both Chief and Cortana, while adhering to its bombastic structure and introducing new villains in the Prometheans and the Didact, which is to say all of this doesn't really pay off in later games, but we'll save that for then. The shooting here is basically identical to Halo Reach in a lot of ways, with updated models of the various Covenants and human guns, but not a whole lot of new ones. The Prometheans, however, come with their own set of weapons, which have a great artistic look, but honestly mostly felt a bit like repeats from the human or Covenant weapons. Armor abilities from Reach are also back, which are rechargeable equipment essentially, and now Chief can sprint without needing an ability, which is much appreciated. He finally put that cardio in. The campaign has a bunch of great bombastic set pieces, from escaping a gravity well, to escorting a massive tank thing across a desert, that was the most memorable one for me, to a whole host of other stuff that follows the Halo 3 style, of some missions being linear and others being a bit more sandboxy. The usual vehicles and vehicle segments make their appearance here as well, and the new enemies have some great aesthetics, and do acquire some new strategies to effectively take down. And honestly, there's not much more to say about Halo 4. In many ways, it's 343's attempt to copy and paste the best bits of the past Halo games, keeping what works while injecting a handful but not too many new ideas to see what sticks, and generally what they've done works. What I like about Halo 4? Well, I actually really enjoyed this game's campaign. It's got some great pacing, incredible set pieces, and generally interesting gameplay overall. Additionally, this game's graphics look quite good. Despite being a cross 360 Xbox One game, I am surprised how well it held up, and definitely slots in with some of the better looking Halo games. And lastly, I did enjoy the new enemies, the Prometheans. I mean, basically they're replacing the Flood, so pretty much anything would be better than that, but I did like the new tactics that I had to employ in order to take them down. When it comes to the bad, there's an argument to be made that they played this too safe. They didn't really experiment off anything Bungie made, and leaned more into replicating it, which honestly makes it feel a bit redundant when compared to Reach. I got the same vibe from Gears of War 4 and the Coalition. Additionally, the new Promethean weapons don't really feel fantastic when compared to the core kit from previous games. The main issue being a lot of them feel similar or redundant when compared to their human or Covenant counterparts. And lastly, while the story is okay, and it definitely starts out strong, it builds up to something that never quite pans out, and knowing how Halo 5 and Infinite don't really deliver on any of this, kind of sours this story in retrospect further. As you know, I rate games here on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, don't bother. I think Halo 4 is a maybe consider. It is a great attempt by 343, with some bombastic campaign set pieces, meaningful changes to Chief, and solid gunplay. It's bogged down by the new weapons not being particularly exciting, a story that starts strong but never quite delivers. Regardless, as a first attempt, 343 did well enough, mimicking Bungie's style, to merit giving this game a look, if you're a fan of Halo or first-person shooters in general. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. What did you think of Halo 4? Looking back on it now, do you think it's still worth playing? Let me know in the comments. Regardless, go out there and give it a look.